Hi there, it's time for another VR video. This time we're playing Smell of Death. Smell of Death is a horror game. There's a survival mode, a tutorial, and the dark house. We're going to start out in the survival mode just to kind of give you an idea. It's a very repetitive wave shooter survival mode where you start out grabbing all the ammo off the table. I do like both the ammo mechanic and the changing weapons mechanic. So the changing of weapons, you reach behind your head, pull out the weapon. This is a katana sword. Now it's a pistol, gives you an indicator of how many bullets you have left, and a handy laser sight. And then there's a rifle. Now this rifle looks like 30 shots at a time, but it also has the ability that you can steady it by using the second controller hand, which is kind of cool. To reload, you can actually drop the cartridge, just like that. Tap your chest, and it reloads. So we're going to pick up that cartridge, hopefully. Oh, it's used, so I've wasted a cartridge, no big deal. Let's get into the game. So this is kind of just your regular arcade wave shooter. Shoot for the next wave over there. Each wave you get extra magazines. And with this gun, it's pretty simple to get headshots. That's pretty much all there is to it. You look down the 3 hallways, reload when you need to, and it's a wave shooter. Oops. So now we're going to switch to the dark house mode. And this one's more of a exploration survival horror game. I liken it to a light version of Resident Evil, with more zombie swarms coming at you and less variety of enemies. There are some boss characters, which hopefully I won't do too badly in the dark house this time. You'll be able to see some of the boss characters as I get through some of the further areas within the house. The other thing is, on this menu screen, you can always turn to the side here and see the menu and tutorial of all the different options. There's a teleport mechanic, which you'll see in a moment, slow motion, and then what I've already demonstrated. So to teleport, the same as pretty much any other game. Getting some more of those weapons. Oh, that's interesting. I will cut you down, zombie lady. There we go. So one of the things I've noticed is, for some reason, my pistol does not want to allow me to reload. So we're going to kill some zombies. There we go. Huh. So play left-handed. Swap hands. what I really like about this particular mode is it reminds me of Resident Evil. Opening scene in the foyer of the mansion. I died, probably because my gun wouldn't let me reload. Certainly wasn't my fault. But overall, that's the game. I'm gonna try the Dark House one more time because that was really glitchy in ways that I've never seen before. Overall, the game does lack in polish. It's also a very expensive title. It's $24.99 on Steam, which is a little bit more expensive than I expected. I do like the fact that there's multiple varieties of mode, but when you've got other zombie games out there that are definitely more polished, maybe not as varied in the gameplay, like the Brookhaven experiment, HordeZ, which is actually more of a rail-based game than anything else, where you're on a platform for the majority of the game. Upcoming games like The Wake, by the people that made The Nest. There's a lot of zombie games out there, some good, some bad, and this one I kind of feel falls somewhere in between. It's not bad. It could definitely use improvement, and it's got promise because of the play mechanics, if nothing else. I really like the ability to explore this area, which most of the other games, you don't have the freedom of teleporting. So I grabbed for the wrong weapon and died. You get the general picture. So that is Smell of Death. Again, it's $24.99 on Steam. A bit more expensive than I'd want to pay for that genre of shooter. I'm not really into that type of game where it's the wave shooter, but I do like the charm. It's very nostalgic for me. I get to play through what's really a big haunted house similar to the mansion in Raccoon City in the original Resident Evil game. And really that wave shooter, when you get the rhythm down, feels pretty good too in the survival mode. I do have to say though, there's other games coming soon, like Arizona Sunshine, hopefully sometime this year, which I've played as well. And it just kind of does the genre a little bit better. It's a little bit cleaner game. Hopefully there won't be glitches like what I just experienced in this game. And it's a game that it'll feel more like a AAA title. Brookhaven Experiment just came out today, a day after Smell of Death, and a lot of people are giving it rave reviews. If I pop into that just real quick, I don't have the full version of that game, but you can kind of see the difference in the demo here. Keep in mind this is a wave-based shooter, so it's just like the 3 hallway version, but you've got zombies coming from you from all directions. And if you give me just a moment for this to load, you'll see the difference in the graphics, the difference in kind of the playability of the game. What I don't like about the Brookhaven Experiment is the fact that it is standing in one place. There's not really anything else to do here except stand in this circular path here with your flashlight and your gun. Hope that the zombies don't kill you. Already though, already feels a bit scarier, and you can tell by the graphics that the graphics are a bit better. So in here, that zombie guy's dead. See in a moment when I let a zombie get close to me and freak out. Any more of you? There are. And now, there's one. The closer they get, the more freaked out you get. At least I get. And eventually they creep up behind you like that guy tried to do. But they come at you from 360 degrees. Then you survive, and you can scavenge to death. So as you can see, it's a bit more polished game. You have the choice between bigger clips, a laser sight, or explosive ammunition. Each one of those is an upgrade, but you have downsides as well. From what I understand, the real game does very similar work, or it functions very similar to that play mechanic, and it kind of just repeats that in different environments. I'm going to try one last zombie game here, HordeZ. So this will be the last one. This is HordeZ. This one has online multiplayer, which is awesome, as well as single player. So I'm going to go ahead and play single player, get the game going. And you'll notice that I've started to move and select different guns. Again, you're on a platform in this one. It's constantly moving. Got a grabber gun there, which is a cool mechanic. And again, not the most refined zombies on Earth, but they can be quite scary. Especially when they get right in your face. Like these guys. They seem so friendly. But it's another different spin on the zombie genre. And so forth. So that's HordeZ. Yet another zombie game. And, they're all different in their own unique way. They all play differently than each other. So it's hard to say that one's better than another. I really like the nostalgic charm of Smell of Death. I really like HordeZ as kind of a multiplayer co-op game more so than the single player version that I just played. And Brookhaven actually brings that genuine fear. So 3 different zombie games. Take your pick of which one you like best. And if nothing else, get out there, scare yourself some VR. Thanks for watching.